Tonight's trash is very trash. Very trash. I I downloaded it. It's free on Steam. It's just they want you to buy fried chicken. So let's see if they can make me buy fried chicken by me playing this game. It's called I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. And it's real, and KFC probably, like, severely underpaid some poor game developer to make this. Let's do it. Oh, Jesus Christ. My headphones are so... Like, why do I have the headphone volume up so loud? Oh, I hate it already. What happened? Okay. Oh, my God, why is it freezing so much? Vulture culture, but all your bones come from KFC fried chicken. You could do it. I've never eaten KFC. When I ate meat as a kid, we always did Popeyes. Most people would say that that's the better option. My favorite part of KFC is the biscuits. I don't really like their chicken all that much. I don't think their 1 million herbs and spices do all that much. But anyway, now we can play this hot garbage. Can I get this in windowed mode, please? Oh, that's fucking way better. Hang on. Can I adjust the size of the window? Well, then what's the fucking point, then? What's the point? No, prioritize speed. I'm all about that speed, baby. Oh. Accidentally minimized it. Okay. Alright. I guess we're good. Wait. Oh, there's back. Fuck. So this is supposedly Colonel Sanders, but like anime. Oh wait, why did I hit continue? I haven't started a game. My name is, Popeyes. They might do grilled chicken still, I don't fucking know. I used to think their chicken was soggy. I've heard that sentiment before, actually, Sean. You're not the only one. I've heard that from a couple people. Yeah, very low quality, like, just fried chicken, man. I don't know. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Oh, please, fuck. Oh, no, stop. You slept through the school year and gave up on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders. Alright, cool. The skin is the only good part. Once you get to the actual chicken, it's like, and even then, just go to Popeyes if you want fried chicken, or somewhere else. Like, the local places are honestly the best places, probably. Little mom and pop joints that do fried chicken. That's where you get good fried chicken. Let me tell you something. It's where you get good burgers. That's just where you get good food. Family-owned businesses. So lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? The time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. Need to take this seriously? Oh my god, wait. Am I just gonna get, like... I'm gonna have to go with the obvious choices. Right, prepared for the first day. You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. And a KFC biscuit! Standing on the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it.
Good morning, Popeyes. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives?
Actually, I'm...
Because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous.
What's the...
It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I'm fake?
What if I almost said, what if I'm frail? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by Master Chief parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Raised by Master Chief. Since we were little babies playing together, and
you rescued me from that quicksand, Doc.
Oh, no, wait, I'm speaking. It's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with the University of Cooking School Academy of
Learning's famous 3-day-only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up.
A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on the mannequin. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Let's pep talk. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read?
The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget.
I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower, and that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit?
I've been waiting so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own.
And I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting in the world. And you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease.
You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all, and if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself?
You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Can we just skip to banging the colonel? Let's get sexy in here. I need the plot. I need the plot. It's not as hot if I don't care about the colonel. The voice I'm doing for her sounds like somebody, but you can't think of who. I don't know. There's like a little bit of Jar Jar in there. It's like a little different. It's like post-puberty Stitch. Okay, yep.
Hey!
It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and she knows it. Hello, Ashley.
Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins.
Oh, it's Meatwad! Holy shit, it is Meatwad!
Meatwad! You leave Popeye's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins.
Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone.
If everyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us.
Wait, if anyone. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man-Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Why does she have a titty window? Good question. Van. You rang? Okay, is that a motherfucking JoJo reference? Is this character a JoJo reference? You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students.
I know, right? You'd think they just hand us our diplomas now.
I don't know why I gave her that voice that time. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. The first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam.
See you later, losers.
As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it.
Oopsie! I think it's broken.
You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick.
I love you.
I think you mean thank you?
My name's Papa. It's named after my pop. He's old.
Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Popeyes. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day?
Nope.
And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you.
Is it just me, or is it kinda cute?
I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable.
Now, quiet down, everyone.
Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class?
You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL.
Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof.
What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. And getting dog hair in your fucking food. Out of nowhere, the wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom.
Charlie, someone close the window.
I don't remember what voice I gave. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. Oh, fuck. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still.
It's him, it's...
If it isn't my favorite student, Harland.
Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog. Oh, sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats-a-Lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pitts melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. She's just a dog from that fucking Emma game yesterday.
Hold on just a second, nobody talks to my friend like that.
You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is it with your really weird insults?
Besides, when Popeye sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer.
You take a moment to clean yourself up. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules.
Welcome to the University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world.
Yes, I'm Popeye's Ramen.
The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be really adorable, tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle! You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena.
The arena! Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech.
Hi guys, I'm sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss...
Quiet!
Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue. You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you even sure you're in the right place?
Don't
Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me?
You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels.
You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. The class bursts into laughter.
Oh, Clank, you rascal.
Sprinkles walks in the classroom, as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep sniff.
Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself.
You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try to butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? I mean, I gotta go with the chicken, because it's a fucking KFC game. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite.
Well. I think there might be some competition for new star student.
The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Why is he a chef? When the dog cooks, does he wear a full body hairnet? I fucking hope so. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times.
Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds opened to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation.
Who's this? Who is that? I can't computer enhance because it's full screen, but who is that? As everyone rushes, only two, okay.
Hey, Popeyes, there's still a seat here.
It seems that no one's claimed this seat next to me, if you're interested.
I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. What should I choose? First thing I see in chat is what I'm picking. Colonel Sanders or best friend? Do I stay loyal?
Or do I betray my friend for the Colonel?
BF? Okay. You move to take your seat by Miriam.
I'm so glad to have you near me to support me through this class.
Of course, you're my best friend. Who else would I sit by?
Colonel Sanders, he has such a magnetic personality, and there's a seat open right next to him. If you had sat there, you might have gotten to know him a little better.
I'd never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days. That's like a lifetime. So you say, but now that Miriam mentions it, that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. I'm sure he is. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement.
Think fast. It's time for a pop quiz.
The pop quiz about me?
This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you're ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling from to point B, and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? That's right. Forest is to tree, as chicken is to...
Night vision goggles.
I just don't want to have to repeat all this shit is why I'm picking the right ones on the first try.
What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created?
A spork.
That's right. What food is best for a broken heart?
Fucking camel meat? I don't know! That's right.
Is Sprinkles a good boy?
That's right.
Your total score is 5 out of 5.
Wow, be honest, did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed.
I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain. Beautiful, beautiful brain.
Hot diggity. Popeyes! You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance.
May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch.
Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters.
Do you smell that? It must be our lunch. It smells crazy good.
Everyone, can I have your attention? What if I just make him Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Is it about lunch?
No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was...
Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement.
Hey,
It's about lunch.
Everyone cheers. But I...
Shh! Lunch! Lunch! Lunch!
She said shh.
In honor of the new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
That must be the smell I smelled.
Indeed. That smell.
You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard he's very talented, but were the rumors true?
Is this.
Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating.
For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors.
Sporks do kind of suck, but I think that their major flaw is that they're usually plastic and flimsy and shitty. I don't know. I don't mind sporks that much. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can.
But that's all I'll say about that.
What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw.
Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him.
He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley is prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach.
Yeah, and I was just like, writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender.
You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself.
Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any.
I'll take his.
Whoa, hold on. I guess I'll try it.
He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. That is not what it's like to bite a piece of Popeye's chicken. I mean, it is what it's like to bite a piece of Popeye's, but not KFC.
Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in.
You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind on meditate on this moment. Try to identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Or swim toward the light. I don't know, chat. What do you think I should do? Kentucky Fried Cringe. Yep. This is basically playing a commercial. Swim toward the light. Somewhere up ahead, a bright light beckons you. The flavors are so intense, you become wrapped up in them. Unable to resist, you reach toward the light. It grabs your hand and pulls you closer, closer, until your fingertip connects with the end of everything. You are forever lost in the land of tender fried chicken bliss. Your mind dissolves. There is no Popeyes now. There is only herbs and spices. Though Miriam tries to revive you, she cannot. Game over. Fuck.
Oh, I have to go all the way back to the beginning. Oh! 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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This character is definitely a JoJo reference, by the way. Alright. It's amazing. Okay, here we are. The second thing I saw was the second one. So, savor the moment and everything it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Oh, I can just skip. Okay. I didn't notice that. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. From a man, or for a man, for a flavor, are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second.
Anything for a fellow chef.
What exactly was on that chicken?
It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal.
It's just you and me here talking. I could keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade.
What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 whole more days to get to know each other. Ah!
He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun?
You got moxie. I'll give you that.
Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers,
Just one ingredient.
No, I'm not going to do that.
But you can't tell. I use...
It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow, I never would have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. Can I ask the Colonel about the ethical sourcing of his chicken? Or bang him? I don't know. I think we're getting to the banging. When you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. I'm glad you like the screech, Slumbrion. I've been doing that screech for years.
For years.
Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated.
It sounds like you have big plans.
I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that.
I'm sure it happened just like this. Alone together for the first time, you figured now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him? Wow him with a big idea, add an additional ingredient. Or be modest but thoughtful.
I don't know.
I don't think he wants to fuck with this chicken recipe. I'm just gonna be modest but thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery. It was perfect.
I appreciate the compliment, Popeyes. I'm sure you'll be a big success.
Oh wait, that was me.
I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon.
You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need.
Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it?
You're not gonna blow anything. Except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to learn with your you're gonna earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations.
Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off.
Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Oh no, Miriam's crying! Hey Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Wanna be my partner?
Sure, Popeyes. I'll prepare our station.
Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice.
Hello, new partner.
And then the fucking robot noises.
Oh my, two potential partners. I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose.
It looks like you have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Ah, shit. Alright, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I give her a machine that is just a piece of, like, cooking ware? Or should I give her a human being who is also a child, incidentally? Both of them seem equally bad. You think Clank? Okay, let's go with Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today.
It's okay, I already ate.
I don't know what that was. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth.
What? Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet.
Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him.
Tissue, I hardly know you.
Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of infection. Infection! I'm gonna leave it like that. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork.
Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes two flints to make a fire. You get the idea.
Which dish do you suggest to your wait, which dish do you suggest to Colonel Sanders?
Oh,
This is the one. This is the winner right here. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes.
and gravy.
Couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away.
I'll go get the potatoes! No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine.
Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business.
Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off my man.
Did someone call for me? Ugh, no geez, Van. Well, I'm over here crushing Popeye's dreams. You're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Oh, he's crying. Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends.
Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now?
Actually, no. It looked like Popeyes was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring.
I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level.
Ha! Doubt it.
Don't be rude, Van.
Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley's really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Alright, you guys choose. Who?
Who should I pick?
Yeah, I love KFC instant mashed potato powder mixed with water and chemical sludge gravy. Yeah. Yeah, what is this music, by the way? Hunk me up. Alright, here we go. Hunk of hunks. I'm here to learn and to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right?
A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshake. I took on Popeyes as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Popeye's natural talent, or their loyalty.
Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy nature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you knew so well while your attention was elsewhere.
I know just what to do.
Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab a hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still.
If you love something, set it free.
Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face.
Van, do something!
Scooping up a fingerful, Van Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity?
Hold on right there, Popeyes. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena! Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
Can I have potatoes, face?
Shit.
Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who have the first bite, and you will all look on me with envy.
The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate.
No, don't. Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic.
Too late, it has been eaten.
I think I left something in the oven.
I don't feel so good.
It killed him.
Everyone, step back. Don't take another bite. When you look at the plate, the rest of it is gone.
You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie! Tastes like poison!
The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as statues. Class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite the obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds.
Oh my god. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home.
What? Like for real? Oh, come on! You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly.
Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them.
Oh, that's me.
They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with.
Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders?
Yes, Popeyes.
There's something I need to tell you.
Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first.
Oh, jeez.
You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I'd be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights.
We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes, floating on a shooting star.
Hey, no, shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story.
Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy?
You can't prove that.
I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name?
Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh.
Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero.
The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero.
I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds.
How dare you threaten me, just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level.
Be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster, see?
Is he's rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? Is he's rhyming on purpose? But before you can discuss syntax any further, It's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Oh, shit. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love. Does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. You decide to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love does 1 damage. At this rate, the semester will probably be over before this fight is. Spork Monster's no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble. They go on the attack once again. 2 damage. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. I don't know. Fuck. Defend. You curl into a ball. I'm not cut out for this. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge.
Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here.
Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens.
Pot pie power bitch.
Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Spare this wretched beast. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Begone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this.
Oh, I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said.
The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. I feel really bad for the devs of this. Whatever they got paid, it wasn't enough. Amen to that. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Oh, Slumberon, the obsession with spork says that's like the only utensil you get at fucking KFC. I mean, you get like a knife, but they give you sporks there. I think. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that the final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. Oh my god, in your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some weird reason. Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Oh, my Lord. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Oh my god, how long is this? Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you too much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. Ugh. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own.
Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank.
Like, huh? Like?
I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about it. I like him. I like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school?
No, but that does make complete sense.
Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade.
I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders.
You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now?
We definitely connected yesterday.
Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess?
Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up.
A secret ingredient?
Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing.
So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was working.
This can't be good.
He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own.
Please, Miriam, don't tell me.
So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with him, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I've ever tasted.
I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here.
Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices.
Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone.
Please, 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 it would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders.
No, I'm gonna make up a fake one. You quickly try to think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about, it was Eye of Newt? I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do?
Eye of Newt, wow!
Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. On horseback. Alright, admire him or run up to him? What do you guys want? I hate this game. Alright, His Majestic Glory I saw. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. I saw majestic beauty and I went for it, even though that probably wasn't a suggestion. Without even acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside.
Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home.
You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. What? This is not helping.
I mean, they got food poisoning and we were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it.
She gives you a wink and a smile, as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. I expected this to be 10 minutes tops. Yeah, me too. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears in the school. Okay. When you enter the classroom, you see your two rivals. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Okay, like counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bad. You try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder. But he sees you coming.
Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey?
You see it near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You overhear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try to cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, aren't you? Are you? Do you make the rules?
I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil.
You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't been just studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth.
We're playing!
Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. How is... Yeah, Van Van did kill a guy. It's weird that he's still here. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot.
Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts!
You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything.
Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer.
Womp womp.
No, your mother was a stand mixer.
Wow, this is a lot more than I expected to get out of this. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room.
Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them.
Ashley's tone is completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right?
Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got a lofty career aspirations to focus on.
Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog.
Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn.
Rub his furry dog belly, he loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom.
Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken.
You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do.
Which is why, in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was chicken who first signed their name.
But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you.
Well, Popeyes?
Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. What item do you want to sample? A dog biscuit? Because of the shape it's baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles. An example of his own culinary talents, perhaps? You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps up and bites you on your cooking apron.
What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit?
Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks on in horror as you fall unconscious from embarrassment.
I've never even got to taste it.
Is this the end? You fade into darkness, but something is there. The Spork monster? Borko? What are you doing here?
It's what you tried, my friend. Your act of kindness will not be forgotten.
You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in embarrassment anymore. Thank you, my friend, wherever you are. Fuck, I don't know, Brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. Oh my god, this guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through to fulfill the prophecy. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Aw, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you.
That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth. And now it's gone forever.
You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention.
We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch.
Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement.
Today's lunch will be prepared via
timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it.
I'm not a fool, you're the fool.
Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Popeyes. I'll be watching your performance.
Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness.
Now, students. Please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court.
Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief.
At least not until we turn on the timer.
Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words "Timer ready."
That's what I'm talking about.
I stand corrected.
The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. And its message lifts you to victory.
Oh, I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure. And now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had this chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1, and you feel like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature's what? Fuck. How would you have even gotten into the school without knowing that?
Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you.
You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. It's 11. That's right, you might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? That's right, you must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now where would be a great time to harness that energy, so where does it come from? That's right, this is your shot, and you're not gonna miss it. You try to shut out the noise from the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Aw, damn it.
Don't make me get the spray bottle.
Fine. Colonel Sanders out the corner of your eye.
I believe in you, Popeyes.
He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to fill a traditional Victoria...
I didn't even get the fucking...
You're stranded on a desert island with only one desert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind.
I don't fucking know. You give me no time.
Oh, this sucks. God damn.
Yikes! I know you love nothing more than seeing the fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Popeyes does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed.
There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way.
When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed.
Popeyes, no!
But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame.
What you often find is the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you are doing right now. This battle is over.
It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish.
Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on.
Aw, that's too bad, and here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default.
No. It wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Popeye's injury.
You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish.
But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared.
Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped right to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Popeyes to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring the creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry. Yeah, jelly, maybe? I don't know. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce.
Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley?
Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run from the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. Wow. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly.
I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and the small fire. We should get that checked out.
I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef.
Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've ever failed at anything before?
That's exactly what I think.
Well, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school. Incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules could be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight.
I didn't know!
People see my delicate ribbon tie, my well-kept beard, and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been.
Sounds like this guy could really use a hug.
I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give.
Colonel Sanders is stealing valor. Yes, he is. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion.
One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay!
Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster. Borko?
Yeah, I said I wouldn't be back after the whole fight to the death, and maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right?
Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode.
I know that you're strong. A cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress.
Oh wait, that was just Meatwad again. Hang on.
I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a sport monster, you see.
I think that one works better. I don't believe it. You were human once?
Well, no. I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day some mean kids with a magic spell book cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
A magic spell book?
Precisely. I'd procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile.
Wow.
If you need me, don't fear, I will be there.
It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Popeyes. Together I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss.
A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to go find out. Finally, the boning. Stepping inside Sanders' home surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders.
Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining.
I see he was born with the goatee and glasses.
Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef.
Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? He revealed a secret to me, so I'm just going to tell him. You decide that you're ready as ever to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you could talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway.
Magnificent.
Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl.
Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so I can bite the taste later and think back on this moment.
Apparently, coleslaw is not a hit. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. I hate this game. Have I said that yet? Because I hate this game. Sure, why not?
Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment.
There is such a thing as good coleslaw, but KFC coleslaw? Nah. You really, yeah. Do some snooping. Around the room are various items you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Oh, wow. Alcohol. Oh, it's a scented candle. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 69? You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy. Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped onto the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Tap. Okay. An urn? Large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty. When you wipe it off, you read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." What? Poor guy. What? Wait, whoa. You can't just... Did he, like, burn everything down? Fuck. An adorable little baby crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's a drumstick he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? Yeah, that's true. Photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices? Why is he old? What do you mean he's old suddenly in that? One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. What the fuck is happening here? Is this some time travel AU shit? Short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I've never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. What the fuck is up with this game, man? A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize the hair in there isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. What? You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. What? That's but speaking of boundaries, the jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Oh boy. We better get to the boning soon, because if it's just creepy and then I don't get to fuck Colonel Sanders' brains out, I'm gonna be upset. Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket.
Yeah, that's a good question, Colonel. Let me just explain.
I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you.
You must have missed something. Why am I looking through all his shit? Well, he wanted to talk to me at his private, hideout. And we just came here. And it was just like tap on shit to learn more about Colonel Sanders. And for some reason, I'm just going through all his shit. I went through his urn. I discovered that he used to be old. I put on his clothes and inhaled his scents. Oh my god. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. He like went to the other room. That's what happened. Yeah, so he wasn't right there, but he was around. If you don't get to peg all Sandy, I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna be fucking pissed if I play through this whole piece of shit. You decide that now is your moment to make a big move, tell him you're cold, or you fess up and tell the truth. I'm not telling him I'm cold, okay? Is it 1 or is it 3? What does chat want? Do I decide that now is my moment and make a big move, or fess up and tell the truth? Now that he's discovered that I'm wearing his fucking clothes. 1. Whoa, 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 this isn't that kind of game. Oh, what?! What the fuck do you mean? That's the whole point of this game! What's the point of this, then? You're telling me I don't get to fuck Colonel Sanders? Yo, that is bullshit. 1000% bullshit. Oh my god, fuck. Fuck! We don't even get to fuck Colonel Sanders! This game sucks. I wanted to reveal more than just my recipe to him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, the true point of this game is obviously to sell more fucking KFC, but like... This just makes me hate KFC more. Yeah. Why does it make like the fucking jingle right there? Fess up and tell the truth. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you.
I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams.
Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel?
Yes, Popeyes.
I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful.
I think you're right. We should take things slow.
You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. Same exact thing again. Yay. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. They've been saying that since the fucking beginning. Think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Cum. In some jurisdictions, cum isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast. Painted breakfast. And your mouth waters at the sight of it.
Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up.
It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question.
So, would you say that we're the perfect match?
How presumptuous.
My cuisine and your taste buds, that is.
Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? I'm gonna flatter him, why not? You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window.
And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail.
Business partner? Could he be talking to you? No, who else is he talking to? The fucking chicken? Overcoming with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you find is you run out the door and get help. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you.
Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you.
It's okay, I was just...
But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Sure, but...
You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date.
I think I can believe that.
Since I'd be partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I could get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. And now I'm not really sure where we stand.
You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him.
You what?
Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you could do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. Look, I wouldn't have continued this knowing that I couldn't fuck Colonel Sanders, but it's the last day. We might as well see what the fuck. Oh, excuse me. Oh, God, I'm definitely going to need a BRB after this to eat some Taco Bell. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not grasp that fact, because, you know, he's Pop. What were the hands on his head just now?
Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dipped, too. That sounded dirtier than it was. I know, I just want to diddle a Skittle. Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school.
There is that one horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school. Why is it just blackness? Got some nerve, Popeyes. I'm suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words. I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain.
Doesn't look like you could go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. Blech!
I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on.
Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Popeyes, why are we in this endless black void? How's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be fighting for by this afternoon.
Did the game break? Are you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard.
Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive.
The artist found out you can't fuck, so they didn't bother making a background. Like, even they were just like, fuck! They didn't expect anyone to get past the blue ball scene. Yeah, I'm gonna flip my fucking computer desk over this. But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? I'll give you something warm and gooey, Colonel.
It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received.
That's a lot of words to say. It was bland.
Excuse me, Popeyes. I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself.
I'm ruining it. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel.
I'm always interested in discussing the art of fine foods. See you inside, Popeyes.
Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. When did we get the spellbook back? Wait a minute, What? What? Didn't the rivals have that last we saw? What the fuck? What the fuck? Wait. Maybe there's multiple copies of it, right? Because it was checked out from the... I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Wow, that's the book? It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe that magic stuff.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it were really powerful?
It does. I don't think it matters yet. Good point. I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane writings or warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger?
Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Why would I do that? Why? Literally, why would I do that? You take your friend's advice, put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for students to arrive. Now we have background. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement.
I want you all to know, I feel something of a dog movement coming on. But I assure you, it's nothing to be afraid of.
His cute little nose scrunches up as he begins to breathe quickly.
I apologize for the outburst.
He just ate my homework.
I know it seems cliché, but it's not much in this world that satisfies like ungraded work. My, Popeyes, were you studying something with cinnamon?
I've been sitting on a lecture series around the art of cake baking. How insightful.
This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Popeyes, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see,
But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks coming from the back of the room.
Told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. I want to erase this game from my memory. Yes, me too. Me too. But we're almost done. We're almost out of this hell. But
No, you had to show off your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan. J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care.
oh shit. Sad beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Oh, he died.
No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank.
Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school.
Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam TM. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena!
But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay?
Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone?
Her tiny Coco is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you. We're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she also hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me.
Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. Yeah, I'm not hungry for KFC either. I'm hungry for Taco Bell, though. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off Van Van, the supposed man-man, and his evil-er counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a test of a recipe you've been working on, Popeye's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders.
Popeyes, what is it you're doing here? There's still time before the final exam.
Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you.
Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here, cooking something delicious.
You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Fess up. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing.
I know. My nose could smell a pot pie from 400 yards.
That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell?
Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust.
What do you mean, all butter? All what? Hang on. What?
My nose is telling me something else.
Oh, wait, I skipped a line of dialogue. Oh, no.
No. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out.
The moment of truth.
Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and could eat this all day.
Oh, butter is the only fat used in the dough. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I thought it was just like, got a stick of butter.
Yeah, put a pot pie in there, put some chicken, whatever.
There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules.
There are no rules. That is, except cook with everything you've got.
You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Shit, something about Ashley. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe fried chicken. The intensity of the room starts at full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Well, he should fucking be nice to his chicken, actually.
Egg wash.
Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth.
Best friend blaster, Baster Blaster.
Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin.
Let's rock and roid.
Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed.
Shallow personality spatula.
Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. That's a Kill Bill reference. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. What? We mustn't let it happen or the appliance uprising will take us all. Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's most certainly evil magic? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room.
I believe in you. Popeyes.
Miriam notices too.
And I've always believed in you, Popeyes, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever.
You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what is your dish? You're here cheering. Who is cooking?
Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you.
Oh shit. Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles.
It's a secret ingredient.
However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up, and where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watering noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. Oh god. What was this guy's voice again?
It is I, Steve, the sport monster.
Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We sport monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, if you're in the middle of a cooking competition.
Oh, shit. You're in the middle of a cooking competition.
I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Sport Monster notices that you've got the Grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh?
Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing me some fresh noodles tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I was wanting to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little sport pup back in the old country.
You can feel Sport Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. It's kinda like that time in monster school I'd fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up...
You toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint.
Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Popeyes, you are the chosen one, you will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Popeyes, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support.
I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches.
And he steps up to your station and stands right beside you.
I'm here to help.
All you managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up. You're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What'll happen to you? What about the rules?
Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart.
Why is he crying? What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on.
And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts.
Are you suggesting
If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union.
it is vile? It really is.
Time is up, students.
With the time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for.
You must now prepare to present your dishes.
A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete.
It seems like we're missing some students. Pop? Clank?
From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying!
It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind?
Well, it's almost over, so don't worry. Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
Pop, get down from there right now.
Oh, God. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this?
When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought the wedgie was a salad!
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing as how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow, he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please, collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. I'll fucking say. Yeah, 3 whole days, actual time. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Actually, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup.
My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny, Naruto Maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, chef.
Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, sprinkles and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink long tongue dip into the bowl.
Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself.
And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup.
A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours.
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, Popeyes, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now describe your dish.
I made uni over smooth egg custard and an axehoon urchin shell topped with caviar.
Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin?
Yes, Sprinkles.
A bit much, don't you think?
That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is my kind of brand. Doesn't it look cool?
Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around.
Woof, woof.
Please be gentle with my cuisine.
Grr.
Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded.
Youch, my tongue.
The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting.
I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified.
A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Oh, fuck.
Don't discount simplicity. Jid, prepare the burglars.
Alright, hang on. I gotta plug my headphones in. We're about to finish this bullshit. I swear to God.
This isn't the last you've heard of me!
Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk.
I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue.
What are you talking about?
Next student, Ashley. It's time to step up. Now describe your dish.
I made Orange Blossom Turkish Delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. Wow.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it is quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Popeyes? I told you it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and I did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on the eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, It cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up.
You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you.
And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone.
This isn't the last you've heard from me, either.
You don't fuck the Colonel, Jaded Wombat. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it said it's not that kind of game. At one part, and I screamed.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together.
2 chefs.
What began as a delicious bowl of mac and cheese has become something else. Oh, he said that. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass.
Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so oppressive even the Van Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as a site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, this humble decor seems downright cute and cozy.
DJ Dog in the house.
I'm not doing that. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. Hey, I can see your pockets. I see your pockets! For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting.
No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was a trick all along to get you to finally notice me.
Oh, amusing.
Oh shit, I skipped something. It's the Spork Monster. He has totally mellowed out.
Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster.
The student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Colonel Sanders. Oh, it's Pop. Here he's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Oh, excuse me. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown?
Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean.
Oh, now I get it.
And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. Okay. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing.
I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from faraway planet in another dimension.
What? What?
I actually feel like I knew it this whole time.
Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me?
Besides, no, obviously.
Why does it start with besides?
I have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank.
You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she's managed to surpass you in that regard.
I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird.
A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives.
Howdy, classmates.
Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's just not enough. It's not enough just to give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal.
I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken.
No, it's not the end. Fuck! As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Popeyes? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance.
I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities you would expect to find in such a lucky person?
Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy from Learning, just to name a few.
It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me?
Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you.
And once my 100 franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it with you, Popeyes.
How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks.
Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll need to do by myself.
But who will help you run your restaurants?
I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward?
Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school.
Oh my dear Popeyes, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side.
Great! I got like the moderate good end. Not the best end. Oh, I fucking hate this game. This game can suck my nards. Truly a wretched experience. You don't even get to fuck the Colonel. I got maximum love with the Colonel. No fucking. That's an indie game. Let's do the credits. KFC, W plus K, and PsyOp. Okay, it was made by a pretty small team, actually. So, I mean, you know, it's a commercial for KFC. I can't believe how fucking long it is just to end the way that it ends. That is... I need a break. I need a break real quick. So, yeah, that was an experience. I regret everything, and I wish I was dead. I do not want to eat at KFC. Fuck. If you could fuck him, it would be a 2 out of 10. Yes. Yes. And that would make it about 10 times as good as it was. So, that's my rating. It is 1/10 of 2 out of 10. I'll be back in about 4 minutes. Or, you know what? 5 minutes. I'm going to give myself a little bit extra because I'm going to wharf down some tacos in between. And then when I get back... I don't know. Let's do some Gustavio. I don't want to do the GIFs. I don't think we're going to have time for that, so let's just do Gustavio. I'll be back. Fuck.